Coming up this week, I'm on the Greek island of Evia, a year on from the devastating forest fires. Look at these guys! Wow, look at them go! And taking a dip in natural hot springs built for the gods. Oh! Oh, that's so hot! We're off to Denmark to take a look at the ancient treasury writing histories there. And Nick's in Istanbul testing his artistic skills.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
But you need to lift the...
Oh, we need lips.
The island of Evia, the second largest island in Greece after Crete. It's famed for its verdant mountaintops, blue seas and glorious sunshine. But in the summer of 2021, that idyllic picture was turned on its head. Last year in early August, temperatures were hitting over 47 degrees Celsius in Greece. The forest became a tinderbox and Evia burnt for over 10 days. And many scientists say that climate change makes events like this more likely. Been sent some pictures of the place that we're on our way to right now, and it looks lovely. Looks really lush and green and fertile. But I've been told since the fires have hit this whole area, it now looks very different. And even looking out the window, I mean, look at that. Just as far as the eye can see, all you're looking at is burnt trees. It's really sad. Andriana and Pantelis work for Trekking Hellas Evia. They used to take tourists on hikes through these once stunning forests.
And it looks like our path is blocked. I don't think we've got any more routes. I mean, it's astonishing.
I remember seeing it from the television, from the news.
I remember watching it on the TV.
I was feeling it was a fake news. I couldn't realize that this is really happening. I was thinking it can't be true.
How much of this area was damaged by the fire?
Well, in numbers, it was 500,000 hectares. You can consider it as even bigger than Athens, the city of Athens.
So an area larger than the city of Athens was burnt by the fire?
Yes. I mean, even teams, firefighters from other countries had to come here to support us, bringing planes, helicopters, trucks, in order to try to stop the fire.
My next stop on the island is Animal Sanctuary, Ranch Eros. Before the fires, it was a home to horses and donkeys, and children could visit for riding lessons. Look at these guys, wow! There's something just so exhilarating and majestic about watching horses run. I had a chance to see the extent of the damage the fires have had on the land here in this area. But now I want to see what sort of impact it's had on the lives around here. What was it like before the fire?
It was a paradise. It was a paradise. It was calm. It was a forest. It used to be a forest with so many trees, green.
Now I can see in your eyes, you know, how emotional it is, and it must have been a really difficult time. What was it like when the fires were raging here, and what did you do?
We knew the other villages was completely burned, so we knew that we just look at the place for the last time, and we go.
I was thinking, are we gonna get out alive? Because everyone was living by car, and we were on foot with 6 horses and 2 donkeys.
As the fires raged through the night, the animals broke loose and ran away.
We lost them,
You lost them?
yes, because we were just 4 people, us 2 and 2 friends that came for help, and the others escaped.
When it was finally safe to come back, it was with a heavy heart.
It was very difficult to come inside this place because all the trees was burned and down. So there was no entrance, nothing. But they were here all together. They went away to survive from the fire, and then they came back here, and they just
Waiting.
when you're so unhappy, suddenly you're happy. So they are alive. We are alive.
Out on a fishing boat, the scars of the fires are evident from the sea.
Apparently this area, there was a fire here in 2016, but you can see the difference and the recovery because it's green and lush compared to back there where the fire hit only last year. And just with your foot, it's your own style, yeah?
Yes, easy.
Hands free.
Although the forest trails are slowly opening up again, something new that's being developed is fishing tourism. The hope is it will entice visitors back to the island.
Look at these fish.
At the start it was very difficult for us because they learned to be alone in the sea, fighting with the sea. But after some people started it, it was more easier to see the profit of this project.
The more tourists they carry, the fewer fish they have to catch to earn a living.
Every day a fisherman do fishing tourism in Greece, that's better for the environment.
I've been really impressed by the resilience of everyone I've met here and their determination to see the place that they love thrive again in a more sustainable way, using many of the lessons that have been learnt from those devastating fires 1 year ago. Let's hope that happens.
Well, if you're planning on heading out to Greece this year, well, here's a travel show guide of some things to maybe look out for.
In autumn, the ferocity of peak season is over, but the Greek waters are still lovely and warm. If you're a snorkeler, try the protected Zakynthos Marine Park. It's famous for its dense population of loggerhead turtles, so there's a good chance you'll see one. While we're in the sea, Greece's first underwater museum's worth a mention. You'll find it on the island of Alenissos, which you can get to by ferry from Evia. It's an ancient merchant shipwreck dating back to around 420 BC and until last year off limits to recreational divers. Finally, autumn means harvest time. And it's a big deal in Greece. Do a vineyard or olive oil tour somewhere like Crete, or something more niche. You could try the Pistachio Festival on Aegina in mid-September. It's only a 40-minute ferry ride from Athens.
Right, stick with us because coming up,
The ancient treasures rewriting Danish history.
Ole sent me some pictures and I was just like, whoa, when I saw it.
And Nick's getting arty in Istanbul.
It's coming to life in a quite creepy fashion. Like, I feel like I've made an actual person now.
to see you after the break. I'm in the town of Adepitan in Greece, and I was a little bit worried about this because I thought Travel Show had set me up, because that water looks freezing cold. But I've been told that these are hot springs which have been here for thousands of years. They've been visited by Roman emperors, Hollywood superstars, and now an East London geezer. Let's have it. Oh, man. This is just gorgeous. Now, there's a lot of history to these pools because legend has it that goddess Athena created these springs for her favourite hero, Hercules, so he could come here and kick back and heal himself after his Herculean tasks. I think it's quite fitting for someone like me. Now, they say that the minerals in these baths have got healing properties, but the best thing is they're free. We'll see what this one's like. This looks super hot. Oh, it doesn't feel that bad. Oh, that's so hot. I could put a tea bag in here and make a proper cuppa. I'm not getting in there. I think I'll boil me chestnuts. It's not happening. This is more my temperature. Yeah.
Well, from Greek mythology to Norse history, where a chance discovery of an ancient treasure trove of gold has caused much excitement, hidden for almost 1,500 years in the Danish village of Vindelev, researchers say this could rewrite their country's history.
Ole sent me a text and he sent me some pictures and I was just like, whoa, when I saw it.
This find opens the door to an enigmatic world of persons, of mythologies, of religion that we still only know a little slice of.
My name is Ole again of Schütz. For my 60 years birthday, my father-in-law gave me this metal detector. I mean, you can't be a more new beginner than I was.
One day I was contacted by my old schoolmate Ole, who asked if he could take a walk with his metal detector. And we started at the corner of the field down there.
We found a lot of the usual old nails and screws and scrap items. And then after 30 minutes, the detector gave us very, very clear signal. I thought this is worth digging for. I dug a hole and up come this yellow thing filled up with mud and dirty, and I put it in my bag here with scrap iron because I thought it was a lid from the food can. The minute I put the detector to the surface again, I got exactly the same signal. And up came the second gold item. When we looked more carefully, we could see it has inscriptions. And when we found the third item, we saw clearly the face of a Roman emperor. And by that time, we knew this is most probably gold.
Ole sent me a text and he sent me some pictures and I was just like, whoa, when I saw it. Immediately I took pictures of it and I sent it to my colleagues at the National Museum where we have these experts in all these areas. And from their reaction, I could see that we had stumbled on something extraordinary. There are some Roman medallions. They are actually from the 4th century. Then there are the golden bracteates. And then there are also part of a sword. The treasure belongs to the 6th century. And then the Viking Age starts in the 8th century.
My first reaction when I heard about this was almost that I fell off the chair. When we start looking at the details of the pictures and the runes, I realized that this is a very unique find. The most rare inscription on this find is the one where the god Odin is probably mentioned. I mean, that would be, to my knowledge, the first time you ever had that. Odin is the supreme god of the Vikings. Here we have something new also in terms of religion, of the Old Norse religion, because we know only that from the writings of scriptures from the 13th century. And here we're starting, to push it further back in time, even more than, 400 or 500 years. This is still work in progress, and we have hardly dusted off all the dirt.
Now, Vinlev here is some kind of a central power place. There is no question about it.
It's never been on the map before. We always thought of an early Iron Age rich center some 100 kilometers to the east. So was this the center and the other place the periphery? We have to go in and rethink the whole period here and the whole formation of the Danish kingdoms.
I'm very overwhelmed, and I still don't understand the unpredictable and unforeseen luck that hit me.
It is qualitatively a very, very important find because of the iconography and the runes. So it is one of the most important gold finds we had in this century.
Now to Istanbul, where the ancient city is celebrating its arts and cultural riches and looking to reposition itself as a global hotspot. We sent Nick Kwek to check out the creatives and creations being thrust center stage.
Busy, beautiful and vibrant. It's easy to see why Napoleon once said, "If the world was one country, Istanbul would be its capital."
This transcontinental metropolis is a bustling melting pot, an amalgamation of influences old and new.
But despite its appeal, Istanbul has been going through some tough times recently. The Turkish economy has taken a hit, meaning that the value of the lira here has dropped by around 20%. And whilst that's not great for many locals, it means that your money will definitely go a lot further if you're visiting from abroad. But throughout the ups and downs, as empires have come and gone, some things have stood the test of time. Built in 1348, the famous Galata Tower has been used as a prison and a fire watchtower over the centuries.
Legend has it that back in around 1630, scientist Hezarfen Çelebi famously took off from the tower here and landed safely at the other side of the Bosphorus.
Whilst the facts around the story are disputed, historians think there was some sort of flight from this tower. Intriguing. Today, the 63-metre tall landmark is an exhibition space and museum and provides panoramic vistas, which are not too shabby, especially at sunset. Now, through its heritage and contemporary artistic pedigree, Turkey is hoping to bring back visitors. It launched the Beyoğlu Culture Route, which stretches some 4 kilometres through the historic end of the city.
There's been a good turnout. The queue is running right around the corner.
This is the start of the route, the Ataturk Cultural Centre, also known as the AKM.
That is a lot of flashing lights.
Rumi Dreams is an audiovisual experience inspired by the works of celebrated 13th century Islamic poet and mystic Mevlana Rumi, in commemoration of the 750th anniversary of his death. This is just one of around 1,500 activities at the festival. Also housed within the AKM is a plethora of provocative pieces, ranging in materials and scale. All this art is making me want to get creative. And a few steps along the route, I have the chance to, at free workshops like this, where visitors can sign up for some sculpting.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
But you need to lips.
Oh, we need lips. I mean, that's probably critical.
Yeah, her name is Emily, maybe.
Emily?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
It gave me a chance to hang out with Istanbulites.
It's coming to life in a quite creepy fashion. Like, I feel like I've made an actual person now. Look at that face.
But what do the judges think?
Harika olduğunu düşünüyorum. She says it's perfect.
Well, thank you.
We all have work, but with these activities we can have fun, you know, and make some new friends. And actually, after COVID-19, it's a big relief for all people in Istanbul.
Art certainly has a way of bringing people together.
It's quite,
It looks like a person.
First human.
A short hop on the old tram takes you to Pera, which this hotel was named after. Opened in 1895 to accommodate passengers fresh off the Orient Express, the Pera Palace Hotel is steeped in history.
The walls which Agatha Christie would write from.
Joining me for a cuppa is Defne Tula, a local art buyer for Turkey's mega-rich.
So we have great contemporary art, we have beautiful museums, beautiful digital art. I mean, yeah, we're on track.
Where do you think that Turkey and Istanbul sit on the global art stage?
We definitely need improvements, and we need more young creative souls who will lead us in this scene. I believe that.
500 metres away at the end of the festival route, the Galata port has recently received a major overhaul. It's home to the Sculpture and Painting Museum, and soon we'll see the much anticipated reopening of the Istanbul Museum of Modern Art. But whether or not all of this is enough to bring tourists back and make up for the millions lost as a result of COVID and now the Ukraine war, we'll just have to wait and see. And with my trip drawing to a close, I've got just enough time to catch one of the evening's performances.
Well, that's it from us. Coming up next week, there's another chance to join Rajan as he goes to Qatar to check out what football fans can expect at this year's FIFA World Cup.
This is the perspective that players will have as they walk out onto the game for the first match of the tournament here at the El Bait Stadium.
Okay, please join us for that if you can. And also, you can check us out on social media and let us know where you're headed to next time. In the meantime, from me, Ade Adepitan, and the rest of the travel show team here in Greece, it's bye-bye.